From move-in date to graduation, who's always on hand to support us during our time at the University of Rochester? Who keeps our spirits up during finals week? Who cheers us on to victory? Rocky, that's who. But who's inside the winged suit? We're about to find out.
Page ID. Julian Lundgren. Abby Lalo.
So what do you look for in a Rocky?
Really someone who's outgoing. Just someone who doesn't care, just goes all out and is crazy.
So why did you want to be Rocky?
So I started the winter of my sophomore year. I remember during Winterfest, actually, I got introduced to Alex Eady by another cabbie, Amanda Chang, and she was like, "Oh, you should do Rocky." And I started talking to him about it. It sounded like a lot of fun.
I really wanted to be Rocky because in high school I used to always joke about being the school mascot. However, I went to a school where the mascot was a storm cloud, so that would not have been so good. So when I came here, my freshman roommate actually gave me the application and I filled it out and just kind of went for it and have been Rocky ever since.
So I worked for orientation ever since I was a sophomore, and we were actually setting up the palestra, and I was with Eleanor, and I saw Rocky and I was like, I want to be Rocky so bad.
Have you had any experiences that were maybe a little embarrassing?
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. All the time. You have to be that's why we keep it anonymous.
I can definitely think of one in particular. It was a open campus day last year, and it snowed in April, and I was Rocky, and I was walking to Strong Auditorium, and it wasn't these shoes, but the old ones with no bottoms, and I walked into Strong and didn't really realize that my feet were still wet, and I slid and grabbed onto two incoming freshmen and screamed, and they said, well, I guess Rocky's a girl today.
You have shorts that you have to wear. There was one time during orientation that I did not wear the shorts, and there are pictures of naked Rocky floating around somewhere, so if you ever see that, that's me.
So tell us about the suit.
You can see out of here. You can also see a little bit out of here for a little more peripheral vision, but there's really little peripheral vision, so I often miss people trying to interact with me when they come up to the side. You have to be really careful walking around. You have to watch for anything that you could possibly trip over.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite feature, there's a little fan built in. And so partway through junior year, the fan broke.
Yeah.
And so these eyes, there's a plastic on them, and they fog up, and then you can't see anything, and it becomes really difficult to interact with people because you have no idea if they're trying to interact with you or not.
Well, the outfit is certainly complicated to get on. I couldn't do it without Jeremy here. So you start with the bodysuit because I need more muscle, and so you put on the bodysuit, and then comes the onesie, for lack of a better term, and then comes the shorts, and then usually at that point I put on the shoes and then the gloves.
The gloves are fun. We have 5-finger gloves, and we also have more legitimate 4-fingered gloves to make him more of a cartoon character.
So does Rocky have any signature moves?
I give thumbs up a lot. It's my go-to move in and out of the costume, actually. I also like to skip around a lot. I think a lot of people have actually figured out that I'm Rocky just because I skip in a characteristic way.
Also, I have a signature dance move, if you would like to see Rocky's signature dance move.
Is it hard to keep from talking with the mask on?
Yes, incredibly hard. I think I talk to Jeremy a lot when I'm in the suit. I can't really keep my mouth shut.
At first, I think I might have said a few things at first, but after a while you get into character.
Sometimes I'll laugh, which I realize is not the best situation because when you're with people, they forget that there's actually a human in there.
So what's it like to be the man behind the man in the suit?
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun being with the Rocky, and you'll notice things, and then, when the Rocky's alone, you can say to them, oh, did you see that? Or you kind of have a special bond between the two of you.
What advice do you have for future Rockies?
I would say don't be afraid to interact with everyone.
Just be outgoing and don't care who's around you because you're in the suit and no one knows.
What are you going to miss most about being Rocky?
I'd say it's been really interesting getting into new social situations as a different character. and having to do completely different things.
I always make the joke that frat boys never paid any attention to me until it was Rocky, and then they loved me when I'm Rocky.
I think I'll just miss kind of being here doing something so awesome with so many great people around.